Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our debate for today. And the topic for today is intelligence is born or taught. And as you can see, that it is absolutely a controversial topic, and that's why we are here in a debate. And I wanna introduce a little bit about the affirmative team. Affirmative team include includes Hải and Minh Anh, and the negative team have only one member is Miss Chi. So as the first person, as the first member of affirmative team, I want to give my opinion. Children will receive their genes. Uh, Intelligence is born because children will receive the genes of the genes determining intelligence from parents. The genes that determine intelligence are located in chromosome X, while the chromosomal structure of human is XX for girls and XY for boys. So when the baby forms, he or she will passively receive this kind of gene from neither mother nor father. And another evidence is in 2008, Guido Heineck conducted a survey aiming at identifying whether a smart parent who raised smart children, especially in coding ability and verbal influency, there's a strong integrational link of the test scores with a correction coefficient of about 0.45 for both tests. Separating the sample by gender reveals that both males and females tend to have a similar scores as their father or mother for both types of cognitive ability. The last evidence is go back for the case. Starting at 1994, researchers at Medical Research Council Social and Public Health Science Unit interviewed more than 12,000 people ranging age from 40 to 22 after accounting for children IQ, race, education, and social economic status. The best predictor for intelligence was once again the mother's IQ. Yes, and that is my point.
Yes, I see your point. And I think when a child receives their intelligent gene from their parents, there also needs an appropriate environment to develop that gene. There are many studies that prove genetics aside that the environment plays a major impact on a person's intelligence, such as the study with Genius, a girl who was isolated in her room for the entire beginning of her life until the age of 13 and couldn't express enough of her first language. And for my opinion, I think people are born with talents of their own special abilities. We just have to discover them as soon as possible and develop them. For example, in today's society, people who are not educated can be successful. Maybe a degree is not the answer to everything. Always guarantee success because maybe people have not graduated from college place, but can achieve success on a global scale as long as there is a clear effect and a goal of push their dream. It can be seen that these people are not full, not good as studying or not willing to study. Everyone is diligent, trying to find a way for themselves. Uh, so everyone has a clear vision and goals. That is my point.
Well, actually, I cannot totally agree with you because to optimize the learning process, kids need to have an inner potential or special inborn element to be trained from a competent to be trained from a competent person to a good person, from a competent learner to a good learner, and the inner potential is influenced by their parents or their earlier ancestor. In the research about the innate talent conducted in 29, a lot of a group of science researchers point out that a in many areas of expertise, ranging from music, dance, art, literature to sport, chess, mathematics, science, and also foreign language acquisitions. There's abundant evidence that young people differ from another in their attainments and in the appearance ease in which they receive them. Yep.
Um, I agree with Mingang. In my opinion, Jewish people are naturally smarter than ordinary people because of gene. Uh, for example, about 22% of all Nobel Prize recipients worldwide between um, 9, 901 and um, 2015 were Jews or people of Jewish ancestry. Moreover, prizes were given to youth in such fields as economics, medicine, physics, chemistry, literature, and peace award. This is an amazing achievement, bearing in mind that youth compilation um, 0, 0.2% of the world's population. Look another way, 26% of Nobel Prize winners from the United States have been Jewish, while Jews are just 2% of the US population. A specific image and Albert Einstein did a try people call him a dog because he didn't excel at schooling, was incapable of speaking the first few words until 2 years old, and even suffered from autism. What made Einstein become one of the greatest physicists of all the time is that he inherited outstanding genes from his mother, who is a Jewish. Thanks to his mother, James, he could contribute to modern society with significant theories like Kantian theory of life, theory of relativity. I totally feel the important role of parents who train their child at an early age to be brilliant at math, art, music, language, as the reason their children can get many great achievements afterwards on some specific aspects, but supposing their child were not naturally intelligent, would they continue studying what their parents expecting or give up to be just an ordinary person? This is my opinion.
Yep. So, Miss Chi, do you have any rebuttal for this idea? Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, for this situation, I disagree with you because hard work compensates for lack of intelligence. Intelligence is essentially the acquisition and applications of knowledge and skills, problem solving, information retention, and creativity. For example, intelligence can be increased even quickly. Brian and Lewis, a psychology and behavioral research expert at the National University of Ireland. Maybe people think that genius must be exceptionally intelligent, but research in the US shows that among children with terrible IQs, very few people success in adulthood. Meanwhile, there are geniuses who will not appreciate for their intelligence as children. For example, in 1920, Leville Terman, a psychologist at Stanford University, USA, uh, conducted a study on more than 1,500 elementary school children in California with IQs above 140. A threshold he calls genius the, the result of 40 years of follow-up, so that the number of successful people among them is very small, and thus who deserve to be called genius are even less. There are even dozens of people who drop out of school early, having difficulty in learning and development. In context, for example, Charles Darwin, who was considered an ordinary boy below average intelligence, but later was the one who solved the mystery of the wonderful diversity of life. Scientific breakthrough life driving terror of evolution could not have come about without creativity and aspects of genius. Thus, Terence could not have foreseen. Yes, that's all.
Well, actually, I see your point, and each of opinion is will be accepted in a certain situations, right? And I think it's a still a controversial topic. So thank you for joining us for this debate the debate for today, and I hope that we will have a like more energetic and also effective debate in the future.